Good morning. How's everybody doing? Let's get some light on this situation. Do we need light on this situation? Yeah. How about some light? You might see, but so be it. It's March 24th. And another Neuro-Affirming hour for outreach and I am your host, Dr. Hazlett, also known as Dr. in the various social media places. My grandfather used to call me a Dutch Milligan, so I go by both. Pretty much now, it's just Dutch. But today, remember, gathering in a spirit of radical self-acceptance and community care. So remember, in a world that often asks us to conform, celebrate that every person, exactly as they are, is worthy of love, respect, and belonging. As we reflect on the words attributed to Buddha, quote, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, and affection," end quote. We recognize that self-worth is not something we earn, but something we already hold within us. So this is about embracing our neurodiversity, honoring our journeys, and affirming each other's value. Whether you are here to share, exist in this space, we know that you are valued and you belong. Let's create an environment where everyone's experience, where support is unconditional, and where we lift each other up in the recognition people of worth. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. Today is National Each Person is a Person of Worth Day. And this exists as a reminder that every individual, regardless of their abilities and circumstances, deserves to be valued and respected. In a world that often measures worth by productivity or social expectations, this day calls us to reject those definitions and instead embrace the of every person. It's a day to uplift ourselves and each other, to affirm that worth is not something to be earned, but something we all possess by simply being human. And that's important because at NACHOS, we recognize how crucial this message, especially for neurodivergent individuals, they have been made to feel less than because of their ways of thinking or experiencing the world. I mean, let's be honest, greatly from the norm. Often, neurodivergent voices are dismissed, accommodations are overlooked, and the pressure to mask or conform leads to exhaustion or worse, burnout. So this day is an opportunity to push back against those harmful narratives and instead create a space for neurodivergent experiences, strengths, and contributions. By fostering neuro-affirming conversation and support, we remind that has worth, and it's not determined how we fit into a system. I mean, and let's be honest, a system that's not designed for it. But our worth is unchangeable and freaking non-negotiable. So National Each Person is a Person of Worth Day serves as a call to action. Beyond recognizing our own worth, it challenges us to create environments in the workplace and where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. It encourages us to extend the same kind of learning to act where no one have to prove their worth or their value. So through conversations like these, advocacy and inclusivity, we can move towards a society where each person, regardless of neurotype, identity, or ability, is fully seen and affirmed. So as we celebrate today, let's hold a space for each other. Let's commit to practicing self-compassion, to recognize worth, and to lifting up those around us. Every person, including you, is a... So what's in the news? is in the news. We're looking at a groundbreaking genetic study from the University of Cambridge has revealed shaping our understanding of where we come from and how we got here. For years, it has been that Homo sapiens evolved from a single ancestral population between 200,000 and 300,000 years ago. However, this new research suggests a far more complex story, one that includes deep ancestral isolation and unification. So according to the study, our ancestors split into two distinct groups approximately 1.5 million years ago, each of them separately over and around 300,000 years ago. These populations interbred, and they are the genetic foundation of all modern humans. Astonishingly, about 80% of our DNA comes from one of these groups, which faces before recovering, while the remaining 20% comes from the other lineage, which contributed key genes associated with human development. This finding underscores evolution straight path, but rather a tapestry woven with interwoven lineages shaped by both separation and reconnection. And I think that's important. The separation and reconnection, understanding both sides of that coin. So this study challenges the idea that evolutionary progress follows a simple linear trajectory. Instead, it highlights that diversity, interconnection, and adaptation are central to a human story. Much like neurodivergent individuals navigate and shape the world today, human evolution has focused on complexity, difference, and multiple ways of being. By studying the genetic makeup of people from various backgrounds across the world, researchers have uncovered an evolutionary journey that resilience, collaboration, and transformative, that we continue to see today. So at its this discovery reaffirms that powerful truth: human worth is not defined by a single path or a single narrative. Just as National Each Person is a Worth Day reminds us that each individual background and has value, this study reminds us that our very existence is built on interconnectedness and diversity. We are here because of harmony, but because of cooperation and the coming together of different ancestral stories. Science now affirms what is known deep down, that each of us carries within us a legacy of resilience and uniqueness, and that is something we're celebrating. So what else is no, this is not. Let's see, that is not the one. Boom, here we go. No, that's not the one either. A recent study conducted by researchers at MIT new insights into the origins of human life. And it suggests that our capacity for complex speech dates back at least 135,000 years. This is previous assumption line of language development. The ability to communicate through sophisticated language emerged much earlier than previously. These findings not only reshape understanding of evolution, but also highlight the intricate relationship between brain and language. The study's implications extend beyond the realm of linguistics, offering a deep appreciation of the cognitive and social that accompanied the development of language. As we continue to explore the human communication, this research underscores the importance of disciplinary approaches in unraveling the mysteries of our past. In another groundbreaking advancement that underscores remarkable potential for human research and medical science advancements, researchers in Japan are sharing a treatment that could enable humans to regrow lost teeth, a development that promises to transform dental care and the quality of life for millions. This innovative approach centers to inhibit the protein UAG-1, which naturally limits development. by blocking this protein and formation of new teeth, a previously observed in animal studies. By these results, the research team initiated clinics in September 2020, focusing on individuals missing at least one tooth. And this initial phase aimed at the drug's safety and efficacy, with the ultimate goal of offering a regenerative alternative to dentures and implants by 2030. This endeavor not only strides being made in regenerative, also reflects a broader commitment to recognizing and addressing diverse health needs. So, as today's holiday celebrates the intrinsic value of all of us, it's like these affirm that everyone deserves access to innovations that can improve. If we embrace such treatments, medical care is as dynamic and unique as the deserves.
Let's do it, buddy.
I agree, Travis. A world where technological advancement often sparks concerns for job displacement. All right, I don't. Teeth will have to worry about their job from these regenerative teeth. But MIT, Sloan School of Management, some research, and they looked into AI because there's a lot of concern that AI will replace us. And AI is more likely to complement human work than replace them. The study introduces the EPOCH framework, EPOCH, highlighting 5 unique human capabilities: empathy, emotional intelligence. We talk about that a lot here. Presence and networking, opinion and judgment, creativity and imagination, and last, leadership. These attributes underscore the intrinsic value each person brings to their work. Quality replicate. By focusing on centric skills, the researchers suggest that AI can serve as a tool to augment human potential, render it obsolete. This perspective aligns with the principles of today's holiday, if you think about it, because celebrating the inherent of every individual and their unique contribution to society is really what it's about. So embracing as a collaborator opens new avenues for personal and professional growth, allowing individuals to leverage technology to enhance their innate. This harmonious integration, or some might even say post-human integration of human and artificial intelligence, not only fosters innovation, but also reinforces the fundamental belief that every possesses irreplaceable value. You matter. Straight up. You may be replaceable in your job. You are not replaceable in the world. So as we navigate the evolving landscape of work, let us remember that technology should amplify our humanity, not diminish it. By cultivating our EPOCH capabilities, EPOCH, we ensure not just advanced, but also deeply human-centered, affirming that each person indeed is a person. And very interestingly, some more research today looks at the traditional well-being smile curve. Recent research highlights a concerning shift in the well-being of younger generations, challenging the traditional notion of happiness across the lifespan, because historically, happiness is as a higher satisfaction in youth and in an older age with a dip during. However, emerging data suggests that younger adults are they're experiencing precedented levels of unhappiness, disrupting the conventional pattern. Big shocker. So I want to ask today in the chat, those of you how are you doing? Are you happy? Are you unhappy? These are your salad days, so to speak. These are the ones carefree. How do you feel? How are you? I really want to know. Are you happy? Are you unhappy? Okay. Drop the comment. Because if you're experiencing unprecedented levels of unhappiness, this is the conventional pattern. And this decline among younger individuals has been attributed to various pervasive influence of social media, increased sense of isolation, and heightened economic. The rise of smartphones and online platforms like this has been linked to decreased mental health amongst youth. While significant impacts observed over these are observed significant impacts over the effects of social media on younger adults. In contrast, older adults are reporting higher levels of life satisfaction, suggesting a reversal of the traditional happiness curve. Because this shift underscores the importance of fostering supportive environments to promote mental health in younger populations. If the older folks have the, why don't we pass a few on? So if you think about initiatives, today's holiday, person is a person of work today, they all play a crucial role in affirming each individual. They encourage communal connections, and they encourage the providing each of our unique challenges. And that's really what's at play with this screwed up happiness curve. It's almost like people don't want to share the answers. So by acknowledging and addressing these evolving patterns of happiness, society can work towards creating a more inclusive and supportive environment that recognizes the worth of each of us. So as we reflect on the themes that have woven these discoveries, the power of human connection, of technology, Earth, the ever-changing landscape of well-being, we return to that Buddha quote. You yourself, as much as anybody, deserve your love and affection. So these insights from genetic medical breakthroughs all that rise not through rigidity, but through diversity, improvisation, and collaboration. Our ancestors did not survive alone. We know the group hunt is the reason we're here. They evolved through interdependence. Value is not measured by what we do for others in a productivity sense. It is measured by those irreplaceable qualities that make us human. Qualities of empathy, of creativity, of resilience, of being able to lift one another. So today, as we celebrate NACHOS worth, they let us reaffirm that worth is not something proven or granted to anyone. It is inherent as much as our DNA, our thoughts, and our voices. So just as neuro-affirming spaces like NACHOS seek to build a world where every individual is recognized and supported, also cultivate in ourselves the radical belief that we are enough, just as we are. Now let me repeat that. We must also cultivate within ourselves the that we are enough, just as we are. The science, the history, the technology, and all of the collective wisdom and experience all lead to this same conclusion. We are not meant to struggle alone. We are meant to grow together. If we embrace this truth, if we recognize our own worth and the worth of those around, we will finally take a step towards a future that is not only more inclusive for every human being, but let's be honest, it'd be a future worth celebrating. And so with that, I want to go out today, go out and truly believe that you matter and that you're worthy of love, empathy, creativity, passion, hope, all of those things, because you are. You are. Plain and simple. So we have one more nacho for one more nachos meeting for March. Next week, it will be pre-recorded. I will be taking a little secret vacation to just for the day to visit the Heinz Historical so that my daughter can see the set before she gets old enough to no longer care about it. So, in the spirit of Fred Rogers, remember that you're loved, and remember that you're special just the way you are, and that you're worthy of love. All right, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you next week. Bye.